Hello, 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 hello. What's going on? It's your boys of 33. Welcoming you to IPW Underground. We're here tonight for a big time episode. We've got championships on the line as well as a couple of big boy battles to start the night off before we reach said championship bout. Once again, as you know, I'm Mr. 33, and we are bringing you a bit of a belter tonight. 3 bouts, as we say, as always. So when we get quickly rolling. With IPW Underground. We'll fade into the look as we're going down to the underground for tonight's opener. Here in Sheffield, as always, the home of the IPW studios. As we welcome the Mad Russian back to the underground, ready for a big time performance.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 210 pounds, Ilya Dragunov.
It's hard to believe that this man was in the first ever underground match, and since that match has never stepped back into an IPW underground ring. Well, that has certainly shifted tonight as he gets to return to this land, this sacred mat. The Mad Russian wants to reinvent his record. 0-1 in that matchup, I believe, losing a triple threat to Karrion Kross. And Lexus King also involved in that matchup. But can Dragunov bounce back here tonight? Going up against a new star to the underground. As we welcome Yoshiki Inamura.
From Ottawa, Japan, weighing in at 265 pounds, Yoshiki Inamura.
Hard-hitting affair on the docket to start the night off right. Your Easter Sunday. Happy Easter also, I should point out. And well, IPW does not slow down. We enjoy every moment of the action that's put in front of us. Can Yoshiki get a surprise dub to start the day correctly? Here we go. These two meeting in the middle. Slow to start it off, and they're gonna be grappling to get us going. Collar and elbow exchange, and Yoshiki takes waist control to start the bout off. Dragunov switching position. Waist lock of his own. Wrenching on that hold, turns it around, headlock takedown. Now has side control and gonna utilize it to great effect, keeping Yoshiki down on the mat. Potential pinning predicament, but not gonna come into effect as the knees connect for Dragunov. big time pounce though. Upon reasserting a standing position, Yoshiki launches Dragunov, but Ilya back on his feet, catching Yoshiki with the rebounding knee to the body. It's going to come down to the wire in this opener. You feel the tension can be split on a knife's edge. Dragunov, nice snap German, connecting with ease. Puts Inamura down to the mat. Tries to land the knife edge. Unable to do so as now stalling vertical suplex coming out from Yoshiki Inamura. Both men really like to brawl and really assert their skill set as Dragunov calls Yoshiki to his feet. Up, but caught, power slam. The response from Yoshiki after Dragunov may have been going for a Salida del Sol. Oh, knife edge chops being exchanged, and Yoshiki fired up, fires off a couple, and then a short arm clothesline to drop Dragunov. Both men launching at one another, neither able to connect. It's, however, Yoshiki sending Dragunov to ringside. And, oh, nice combo of shots come through from Ilya. In a matchup like this, anything goes. We will see battling on the outside. And it's time to maybe stop the aggression as Yoshiki lands a dropkick. This is an MMA-style IPW bout, meaning KOs and submissions, the only ways to win. That's a beautiful uppercut. Big man Gragathi watching as the cannonball shot from Dragunov connects. And he's got his opponent down on the floor. May have been looking for a submission hold there. But Dragunov unable to assert that control as Inamura powers him up. Fireman's carry, Death Valley driver. Lands the standing splash as well. Referee getting a good look here at the battling that's occurring, and realistically, it will come down to the wire. Dragunov fights back to his feet. You have to feel he must be looking to prime that H-bomb, that big shot to knock out his opponent. Is the best way to win a matchup like this. Big shot to the back from Dragunov, who's now ascending to the heavens, trying to land a King Kong knee drop. Inamura avoids it, and a crash landing hard on that knee. Remember, Dragunov does not wear like knee pads on that left side of his body, so that would have almost certainly hurt, landing hard on the knee first. Now, though, fires back one German, followed up with a second. Inamura in trouble because he gets catch and released for the third. Dragunov drops the knee this time. The brace on that right knee. Smartly doing that instead. And now H-bomb connects. Obscured by the announce table, but that was the H-bomb landing on to Yoshiki. Dragunov as well and truly seized control. Shot after shot lands here to start the night as A scorpion death drop comes through from Ilya. Dragunov. Oh, look at the damage done to the LED billboards around the ring. The barricade been destroyed here with the body of Yoshiki Inamura. Inamura staggering about on his feet, walking down Dragunov. No pace to the action. He doesn't need to if he can land some big offense like that. Tossing the head of Dragunov into the hardest part of the ring. Around the world we go, and Dragunov slammed down. A crash landing after a airplane spin. It is always a dizzying effect because you're never expecting to land heavy into the mat. With the action spilt to ringside, you even know it's going to be worse, as Dragunov may have been going pile driver. He's reversed, in fact launched into the steps. Inamura, gut wrench, tossing Dragunov to the wayside. We're touring around the IPW Underground Arena here, as Inamura applying pressure to the arm joints. What is Yoshiki thinking here? Well, he's gone for a weapon. A table, to be exact. He got the wood. And now, this would be an explosive ending to put someone through it. But Dragunov not going to be able to think of that just yet. In fact, he's sent for a run. Yoshiki, catch, no release though. Dragunov, headlock takedown. Reverses the situation. Only for a moment as Yoshiki firing back. Can't land the clothesline, and instead it's Dragunov. Hooks him up. Uragami. Dragunov looking for some tags. Can't get it. Applied onto the mat just yet. Instead it's Inamura landing the offense. I just remembered it's a Uranagi, not a Uragashi. Whatever I said. Either way, Dragunov landed it, and now he returns into the ring, but caught. Inamura forces him in the corner. Back elbow from Dragunov, reverses the tempo. He avoids the grapple attempt for the first time, but can't avoid the second. And around the world he goes again for another hard landing into the mat. Inamura putting Dragunov down, but the Mad Russian fired up now. Taunting for the crowd, but a light tube now in the hands of Inamura, and he's not going to be able to crack it. Instead, it's Dragunov smashing it across the belly of Inamura. Around the world, Dragunov goes and lands that rip-cording lariat. Inamura still going. Dragunov trapped in the corner, able to escape that danger, but again hooked up, but out the back door. Scorpion death drop in the head of Inamura, cracking into the table. There's no given a table that's not set up. It's just pure wood on canvas. Now more weapons brought into play, but it's Yoshiki going to be able to connect, but only for a moment. That offense stopped, stagnated by Dragunov, whose ripcords around, this time missing with that big forearm cleave. It's now Inamura hooking up. Dragunov gonna step through to the walls of Inamura. Able to escape that predicament is Dragunov. No pinfalls in a matchup like this, so no count from Big Man Gregathy as Dragunov around. Not gonna connect. Instead, flattened by Inamura. Yoshiki ascends to the heavens himself. Lands a splash flush. Dragunov is down in a world of hurt. And now caught, rear naked choke applied. Inamura trying to get the tap out. Dragunov breaking free of the danger. Inamura took too long to get back to his feet, sent running into the corner. And Dragunov unloads a big shot. To the outside goes Dragunov, who now returns back in, but caught. Inamura bait and switch. Uranagi, more like a side effect actually, putting Dragunov down. Drop zone again for Ilya. The splash this time meets the knees and that knee brace. It's a hard landing for Inamura, who could be on the verge of being knocked out. Around the world, caught though. Again, Dragunov took too long, and Inamura connects. Again, this time, Dragunov connects with that lariat, and he's feeling it. He feels the control in his hands. Hooks up Inamura, but cannot get anything going. Now it's Yoshiki to land a stomp. Maybe it's time to stop all the madness. Maybe it's time to end this. Stop sign in the hand, not gonna connect. Neither man gonna connect, in fact. Dragunov a whip. This time, the cannonball shot connects. Yoshiki tries to fire back with a shoulder tackle. Not going to connect. Instead, he has to go for a toss, but Dragunov catches him. Catch and release. Bang! Another lariat. A wacky line to say the least. Dragunov feeling it now. Inamura down. Dragunov lands the H-bomb. Big shot, but no. Yoshiki back on the offensive. Back in control. And the sumo style on display here, looking to pounce. But reversed. Whip for Dragunov. A leapfrog. Knee not going to connect. And in fact, it's going to be Inamura capitalizing on the miss. Sent running again, this time Dragunov watching on. Pounce though. Both men throwing caution to the wind. All their energy in that moment gone. And now it's going to come down to the final moments. Nice German from Inamura. Waiting, biding his time. Shot and chops coming through. Putting Dragunov down. He's finding his footing here, Yoshiki. The stop sign finding a landing place as well. Dragunov always ready to battle. Nice drop kick launching Yoshiki to the floor. And again, that stop sign going to come into play. Dragunov tossing it into Yoshiki, but no, not going to connect. Instead, belly to belly overhead from Yoshiki. Inamura's rolling. The splash connects. A little more needed. More juice in the tank. Uranagi does it. And Yoshiki picks up the win in his underground debut. Unfortunately for Dragunov, 0-2 down here in the underground. Not where he wants to be. But let's be honest, it was a great performance by both men to get the W here. It was going to the wire.
Here is your winner, Yoshiki Inamura.
Let's be honest. They both put grit and determination into this bout, but final sequence, Yoshiki locks in, puts away Dragunov on the outside, and that ends the bout. What a way to really get us going. In fact, both men apparently suffered minor injuries during that affair. But we're going to quickly shift over to our next bout.
The following contest is a submission match. Making his way to the ring from the Gulf of America, weighing in at 202 pounds, El Grande Americano.
Surprisingly, this man has a 1-0 record down here in the underground, and he's looking to keep said momentum rolling. El Grande has been interesting as of late in how he performs. A new look, new feel in terms of the maneuvers he is utilizing, but still, what could be different about this man? Yes, 1-0 down here, looking to build up more momentum in the underground, especially considering he has some big opportunities on the horizon. Namely at Turmoil, as his mystery opponent
And his opponent, representing American-made from Lexington, Ohio, weighing in at 260 pounds, Brutus Creed.
has been drawn. It's Brutus Creed. An interesting matchup, really, is technically these two are aligned. What that means, I don't know, but in the current form of affairs, Brutus needs to step up to the task of beating his compatriot, his amigo, El Grande Americano. Obviously, as we said, a big opportunity next weekend for El Grande Americano, as he will be challenging Drew McIntyre at Turmoil for the Amethyst belt. Something that technically came after winning at Uprising, the Prospects Cup, going through all of that to finish off winning the bouts. It was an impressive run, to say the least. Now, this is more of a warm-up for the man heading into Saturday. Turmoil will certainly be epic. A night of action filled to the brim. Just to rattle off a few bouts that are taking place on that card, we've got Julia Hart, Becky Lynch for the Ruby belt, Julia Kiana James for the Sapphire. The New Age Outlaws and Team 3D battle for the Tag Team Championships, as well as that big bout, Mr. Iguana versus Abyss, that may or may not shift dependent on a result from Tuesday night on primetime. I've heard rumors that Eve Torres is putting potentially a triple threat together if a certain result happens. But as of right now, nice blockbuster in this matchup for El Grande. We also have the matchup we've said, El Grande versus Drew McIntyre. Fallon Henley, Io Sky, Cody Rhodes, Bret the Hitman Hart. And then the 2 turmoil bouts. A guaranteed title shot whenever you deem fit goes to the winner of both bouts. What a way to really potentially kickstart your IPW career in some cases. Remember, it will be 30 stars in both bouts, so chances for new upcoming stars to make their names. But the big difference between a turmoil matchup and a Royal Rumble is pinfall submissions can happen anywhere. There's only one referee, so carnage is bound to ensue. And right now, carnage is happening as El Grande off the ropes, charging in. PK, no, misses. Brutus avoids it. Big time shot with the right. And he drops El Grande with the axe, but eats the knees on the cannonball senton. Grande caught, standing SCO from Brutus. This is certainly more of a training bout as El Grande caught, torture rack tossed over the top. Brutus is starting to roll, and this is a submission matchup, folks. So the way to win is simple. Submissions only. Lock someone up long enough, and El Grande, known for that ankle lock. Brutus, I would say, under the tutelage of Chad Gable, must know that maneuver as well. Anyway, El Grande Irish whip reversed. Here's Brutus, charges in, flattening his opponent. Nice headbutt, dropping El Grande. As these two trading positions, Brutus scoops up, slams down El Grande into the drop zone. We saw high-flying maneuvers in our last bout, but this one a little more interesting as Brutus cannonballs in, lands it, and now looks to maybe end it all here. Modified camel clutch locked in. El Grande escapes the danger. Trying to go springboard but can't get it. Instead it's a reversal. Oh, dropkick though. Missing wildly. Push to one side. The spinning gut kick though will not miss. Oh, busted open now is Brutus, who has had some control as of late in this match. Takes El Grande up. And he's going to bring him crashing into the turnbuckle. Swirly. Oh, nice head scissor takedown. El Grande finding his footing back into this affair. Heads up top. Looking to soar. Drops the elbow. Ole. He's revving up here, El Grande. Springboards up and around. Head scissors into the Hurricane Rana. Bringing Brutus down. Snapmare. This time, will he be able to connect? No. Misses again. Brutus. Big time forearm. And again, flattens El Grande with a shoulder tackle. While Brutus is busted open, he has had the more controlling aspects of this matchup. El Grande really struggling to find that kill shot, that big maneuver to put away Brutus. But right now he is sent crashing into the turnbuckle. Brutus maybe trying to bust open El Grande. Nice splash there. You just see all that blood trickling down the right side of Brutus's face. Heavy offense landing. He gets scooped up once again. El Grande's just not been able to play this battle the way he would like, as Brutus standing tall on top. Cannonball, this time not gonna connect. The opening has potentially been garnered for El Grande. Irish whip. Headbutt connects. Big shots landing. Brutus down. He needs the submission. Stomping in. Fujiwara armbar for El Grande. Brutus escapes. Knees to the head. That causes a separation. Brutus, though, torture rack, has El Grande up, and he brings him down, crash landing for Mr. Americano. Escape there for El Grande. Turns it into a Hurricane Rana. Both men really needing to find the shot that dazes the opponent into being unable, susceptible, I would say. And that doesn't come easy, especially with this big DDT. Both men trading positions. Reversal after reversal as Brutus charges in, tries to land a senton. El Grande avoids it and now takes waist control. Nice elbow from Brutus to escape the potential German, and now has fireman's carry position on El Grande. Little gun stun. Dropping his opponent. Brutus chops across the chest. The boot up from El Grande to cause the separation. Missing charging in. Does El Grande, and now has to go for something else. Irish whip, not going to work in his favor. Avoids the shot. Catches Brutus. Snapmare. This time will he connect? Bang, no. Again the roll through. Brutus has been ready for every time El Grande has gone for that maneuver. Now Brutus has El Grande in the drop zone. Again, probably gonna look for that cannonball. The shot that could knock El Grande down. And very much out of this. Submission holds need to come through here. But Brutus, is he going for it? The answer's no. He's calling El Grande up. Takes the back. Torture rack again. Yeet! Down goes El Grande. No submission once more. Mr. Americano landing that headbutt. The head has been his best weapon. And again, he's got a submission. Fujiwara armbar in tight. Will Brutus tap? Certainly stuck in this for a long period of time. In fact, it's going to be El Grande relinquishing the hold. Not what I expected to see. Keep the punishment going on your opponent, but no. In fact, he is the one that's going to be punished with a DDT. Brutus ascends. Splash, though. Eats the knees. El Grande. Sent running. He's not going to be the one to capitalize. Brutus regarners his control. Back and forth we go. Wisely El Grande. He's going after the arm. He's been targeting it with submissions. And now, he needs to really wear it down so that he can earn the tap out dub. Avoids the grapple. Headbutt again. Grande lands. And now, that arm that he has been after, locked up once more. Fujiwara, but rope break called. Brutus avoids being tapped out. Thanks to lucky positioning. Working in his favor. So Grande lies in wait. Shot misses. Brutus doesn't. Just slamming his opponent's head into the mat. And this time it's a rear naked choke from Brutus. He's got it in tight. Will El Grande tap? The answer's no. Able to escape the danger, the hole broken. Brutus again. Torture rack. He keeps getting this. El Grande has no response, and you can see the marks on the back of El Grande. Just torturous. I'm surprised this isn't a rope break. But this modified camel clutch, wrenching deep. El Grande able to get out of it. Brutus relinquished that hold. Which does mean that both men have relinquished a hold on the other. El Grande avoids that shot, but cannot avoid this. Taken up top. He's going to have a hard landing. Whirlied. Fighting back, both men giving it their all. Grande keeps trying to grab a hold of Brutus, but up and over, change of tune. No pins, remember, it's submissions only. But El Grande has got to his feet first. Caught though, belly to belly over the head. Brutus has seized the opportunity. El Grande fighting back. Causes separation. Snapmare this time. Will it work out? Yes! Finally! He connects it. And finally, he could be locking in the game winner. Armbar again, but the ropes a factor once more. How do you get out of that situation? You send your opponent crashing in the corner. Scooped up, but again, DDT. This one, a bloody ending as El Grande busts open. Neither man really backing down from the other. A great sort of team bonding exercise here between El Grande and Brutus Creed. Creed with the senton. This time able to connect it. He has got control. He's put El Grande in the corner, but again El Grande escapes. Springboards up into the head scissor position and drags Brutus down. Irish whip. Grande slowing it down. Maybe for the better. The scoop slam this time works out as he ascends to the top. Looking to fly. It's El Grande. Up. Oh! Missing with the headbutt. Brutus avoids danger. Sends him running into the corner. Brutus in control. Putting punishment into El Grande. The fight back from El Grande. Nice European uppercut. He is feeling it. Looking to maybe put an end. Nice throat chomp there. Grande watching on, biding his time. Looking for that chance. Brutus he is stuck here as both men catch their breath. Grande with the Irish whip. Puts Brutus in an awkward position. Charging in does El Grande, but caught back elbow. Brutus waist control. Up, and he's got El Grande in a power slam position. Neither man really looking for that submission just yet. As El Grande reverse sent running. Brutus flattens with the shoulder tackle. Takes El Grande to the corner, but once more El Grande escapes that perilous position. Up, down, belly to back suplex. He's feeling it. Off the ropes. Off the ropes. Headbutt connects. This time, El Grande dragging the corpse of Brutus away from the safety net of the ropes. Fujiwara locked in. Will Brutus tap here? He does. And El Grande earns the dub.
Here is your winner, El Grande Americano.
A massive victory here for El Grande Americano. 2-0 down in the underground. But can he keep that momentum rolling into Turmoil, where his next visit down here could be with the Amethyst Championship? That is certainly something he would like. But for us, we would like to maybe see a championship shift hands here with the Underground Championship on the line. We're going into an epic matchup, one of which that realistically, I don't know how it will shape up, is the right way to word it. The champion has been without a challenge really as of late, but now she gets her opportunity to showcase her skills here against a star who earned a victory recently as well. We shall see how that goes as I'm just preparing for the matchup. Something that hasn't actually taken shape yet that should have. There we go. So yeah, let's get going. It's championship time. Main event time. Let's send it to this bout. I don't know how this will go. I'm hoping, though, for it to be epic.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Underground Championship.
Last week, we saw Kurt Angle successfully defend his Underground Championship. This week, it's the turn of Thea Hale to try and retain her belt against Maxine Dupree. Dupree earned a victory last week to go 1-1 in the Underground. Realistically, of all the stars down here, it was the most bounce back type of victory you could have. And she's riding the momentum here, getting a title shot. As Thea's not really been tested. Hasn't had an opportunity in a while. But now with the belt around her waist, the chance has arisen. Fired up is Hale as she makes her way to the ring. Mike Rome has official championship introductions for you. So let's get them.
Introducing the challenger from Phoenix, Arizona, Maxine Dupree. And her opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Women's Underground Champion, Thea Hale.
Well, our first underground match of the new era. And the champion set to defend in it. The rules are pretty simple. No pins, knockout submissions, no ropes, no turnbuckles. Mike Rome has the rules. Never mind. We do, however, have just a match beginning. Thick and fast, both trying to go for the shots, but it's Dupree who lands the first attack, the spinning heel kick, to start the championship fair off. We have fans at ringside watching on, hoping for the action, the carnage, to not land on their laps. Or maybe they do. They could be pervy. Who knows? As Dupree firing them up to start this off, sending Hale into the ring post. That's one of the big differences of a matchup like this with no ropes. The ring post, no protection with the pads on it. It is just pure steel and LEDs, hard landing to really go crashing into. Also, with no ropes, you think your mindset shifts drastically. The thought of knowing that you have that rebound, that landing net gone, as Hale lands a nice standing shooting star, follows it through or tries to, but knees come up from Dupree. As you kind of have to worry here as Hale really will look to try and lock in, cinch that Kimura in. It's a battle of the submissions, as you will see that leg locking ankle lock from Maxine if she can get it. Weapons are allowed in a matchup like this, as Hale trying to get in with the kendo, can't do so. Instead, forced to swing it on the outside, and that comes with great effect as she busts open Dupree. But only a moment of solace as Dupree reverses the follow-up shots. Now Maxine looking for some weapons herself. This time a chair crashing onto Thea, and it is landing flush onto the skull of the champion. Thea twisting into that swinging neck breaker. Catching. She's got the challenger locked up. Kimura in tight. Out of nowhere, this has come out from Thea, but it is effective offense. And that's going to cause some troubles to the challenger. Being wary of being caught in that as she's forced to go fisherman suplex. Dupree avoids the follow-up shot from Thea. Up, down, wheelbarrow takedown from the champion. The champion really, while it seems like she is all just brash, a go fast type of offense, while it works out for her most of the time, she knows what she's doing. She thinks about it. She's calculative in how she approaches situations. Utilizing her small stature to avoid big shots. That shot she couldn't avoid though, but this one she does. She now has Dupree launched towards the fence. Maxine in trouble as Hale goes to the barricade. May have been thinking about flying into the body of Maxine, but not the case. In fact, it's gonna be Hale lining up a shot, wrenching on the arm, pulling Dupree down. This is certainly a situation that benefits the champion, slowing the pace down, gives her more time to calculate her approach. Again targeting that arm, the divorce cord working out, but Dupree fighting back to her feet. She goes here against the champion. Mounting some punches. Unprotected shots as well. Hale not blocking. May have been a mistake. Now Maxine, she's going to the arms. And now going to the legs. Dangerous for Hale. The champion locked in an ankle lock. And there's the grapevine. Dupree has it in tight. No tap out though. Hale surviving this onslaught, this punishment from Maxine. Breaks free from the danger. Now, sent running. Tossed back down towards the bottom side of the arena. Maxine again fires up. Hooks up the champion. Trying to go for that fisherman suplex once more, but the champion catches her. Arm trapped. Kimura in tight, the high elevation, wrenching, looking to get the retention of the championship. Will it be it? And it is. The champion taps out Maxine. As we watch the replays, the action spilt to ringside. The kendo stick busted open the challenger. But the challenger wasn't going down without a fight. Brought in the steel chair, but caught. And Hale swings into that neck breaker. And that launched her into a Kimura offense. This is the tail end of the match. We see the tap out. The Kimura getting the dub. And still 3-2 now in the underground, but the record in everything. It is the fact she holds the underground championship. Thank you for joining me here at IPW Underground on your Easter Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a nice sort of filler before anything really happens today, but thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you Tuesday night for primetime, and then Thursday for breakdown before the big weekend of action turmoil hits your screens on Saturday. You don't want to miss that. I'll see you there. Peace out.